Marshals is finally here, and the teaser just dropped, revealing secrets that fans have been dying to uncover. From shocking character twists to heart-wrenching moments, this isn't just a spin-off. It's a story that's about to redefine everything we thought we knew about the Dutton legacy. And trust me, what we're seeing in this teaser hints at drama, action, and heartbreak that will keep you on the edge of your seat. If you thought Yellowstone was intense, buckle up, because Marshals is about to take that intensity to a whole new level. Right from the start, the teaser sets a tone that feels darker, more personal, and more intense than anything we've seen before. The show's new title, Marshals, already signals that this story is stepping out of Yellowstone's shadow and carving its own path, and the trailer confirms that this isn't just a continuation, it's a new chapter. From the very first shot, you can tell that Casey's life has changed drastically. He's no longer just a cowboy or a soldier. He's someone carrying the weight of the past while trying to navigate a world that doesn't forgive easily. What immediately grabs your attention is the emotional depth. We see Casey grappling with loss, responsibility, and the immense pressure of stepping into a role that's as dangerous as it is morally complex. And this is just episode 1. The teaser hints at the fact that we'll get a deep dive into his mindset, showing us how he's balancing the trauma from Yellowstone with the new challenges he faces as a U.S. Marshal. Fans have speculated for months about what's happening with Monica, and the trailer doesn't shy away from confirming the heartbreak we feared. Casey's grief isn't just a plot point, it's a driving force for the show, shaping every decision, every action, and every relationship he has moving forward. We get a sense that episode 1 won't just show the start of Casey's journey with the Marshals, but also the raw, unfiltered consequences of losing someone so central to his life. There's a sense of tension and suspense that lingers throughout the teaser, hinting at threats from all sides, personal, professional, and even internal. It's clear that the show isn't just about action, it's about the psychological cost of being on the front lines, the way trauma follows you, and how one man tries to honor his past while redefining his future. And then there's Tate. Even in the teaser, it's obvious that his role will be significant. We see that Casey isn't just fighting for justice, he's fighting to be the kind of father Tate needs. That dynamic promises to be incredibly compelling because the show seems determined to balance high-stakes action with deeply emotional storytelling. Beyond that, the teaser introduces hints of the Marshal unit itself, teasing characters who are both allies and potential sources of conflict. Their interactions with Casey feel charged with tension, mystery, and the promise of drama that will unfold over the season. From what we see, the show seems to be carefully threading together past Yellowstone connections with new storylines, creating a bridge that honors the original while fully embracing the spin-off's identity. Every beat in the teaser is designed to make viewers speculate, analyze, and theorize about what's coming. It's exciting because nothing is obvious. There are layers of suspense, hidden hints, and emotional stakes that keep you watching closely. And while the teaser only scratches the surface, it already manages to convey that this show will be as much about heart and character as it is about action. It's clear that episode 1 will immediately plunge us into Casey's world, give us context about his mental and emotional state, and lay the groundwork for the challenges, threats, and heartbreak he will face. The balance between personal loss, duty, and the high-octane responsibilities of a marshal creates a story that feels alive, immediate, and impossible to look away from. As the teaser progresses, it becomes clear that Marshals isn't just about Casey stepping into a new job. It's about exploring the ripple effects of everything he's been through. The moments we catch of him alone, sitting in silence or staring at distant landscapes, immediately hint at the psychological weight he carries. This isn't a man who can leave his past behind. It's a man whose past informs every choice, every reaction, and every relationship. The trailer cleverly layers tension by showing brief flashes of action, running through forests, confronting dangerous individuals, and moments of life or death decision-making without revealing the full scope, making every frame feel urgent and high stakes. And then there's the emotional core, the lingering grief over Monica. Even in brief glimpses, the audience can feel the heartbreak radiating from Casey. The teaser makes it clear that her death isn't just a narrative detail, it's the emotional engine driving the series forward. Fans have speculated endlessly about how she passed, and while the teaser doesn't confirm every theory, the subtle cues, the quiet bedside scene, Casey's haunted expressions, and the solemn moments with Tate suggest that her passing was peaceful yet devastating. This sets up a narrative tension that is as compelling as any action sequence because viewers are immediately invested in how Casey will move forward, both as a man of duty and as a father. Speaking of Tate, the teaser hints at just how central his role would be. Unlike Yellowstone, where Casey's personal life was often secondary to the sprawling drama of the ranch, Marshall seems determined to keep Tate's well-being at the forefront. The father-son dynamic promises to provide an emotional counterbalance to the intense action scenes, giving the audience a reason to root for Casey beyond his work as a lawman. And then we start seeing glimpses of the other characters in the Marshall unit, strong, capable, and potentially complicated individuals who will challenge Casey in ways that go beyond physical confrontations. The teaser hints at alliances that might not be what they seem, and the possibility of betrayal or tension within the team adds another layer of suspense. Every introduction feels calculated, teasing relationships that could become pivotal as the season unfolds. One of the most intriguing aspects of the teaser is how it manages to tie back to Yellowstone without leaning on it too heavily. Familiar faces like Beth and Rip are referenced, and the suggestion of their support for Casey adds both continuity and nostalgia. But rather than relying solely on returning characters to drive interest, the teaser emphasizes Casey's new environment, new responsibilities, and new relationships. It's a delicate balancing act, and so far, it seems to be executed with precision. Another thing that stands out is how the teaser handles tone. Unlike Yellowstone, which often balanced dark drama with occasional comic relief or sprawling ranch life sequences, Marshals feels tighter, more focused, and relentless in its tension. Every moment seems designed to push the narrative forward, whether it's through emotional stakes, suspenseful setups, or hints of danger that lurk just out of frame. Even without knowing every detail, the audience can sense the pressure Casey is under. The physical danger, the moral complexity, and the emotional toll, all creating a rich, layered experience that will unfold over the first episode. And while the teaser keeps many answers just out of reach, it does give enough to ignite conversation and speculation. Who will rise as allies? Who might betray Casey? How will Tate cope with the changes in his life? And what unforeseen challenges will the new Marshall team face? All these questions hang in the air, creating anticipation and excitement that will only grow as the premiere approaches. By the end of this section, it's impossible not to feel the duality at the heart of Marshals, a man wrestling with grief while being thrust into a world where every choice matters, every action carries consequence, and the stakes are higher than ever before. The teaser doesn't just hint at the story, it promises a journey that is thrilling, emotional, and deeply human, giving fans a reason to tune in and experience Casey's next chapter firsthand. The teaser also drops hints that the first episode will not shy away from the gritty reality of Casey's new life. This isn't a simple transition from one world to another. It's a total reinvention under extreme pressure. We get fleeting glimpses of him in situations that immediately scream high stakes, from tactical planning sessions to tense confrontations, and even a few moments that suggest the kind of moral dilemmas that will define his role as a U.S. Marshal. What's fascinating is how the trailer frames these moments alongside the personal tragedy that is still fresh for him. The juxtaposition of intense action with quiet, reflective scenes creates a tension that is almost unbearable in its effectiveness. It's not just about what Casey does, it's about why he does it, and the teaser repeatedly reminds us that every action carries weight. One of the most compelling aspects of this teaser is how it teases character dynamics without fully revealing them. We see hints of friction within the Marshall team, looks exchanged, moments of hesitation, and the occasional sharp line of dialogue. But we don't know who will emerge as a true ally and who might test Casey in ways he's never been tested before. It sets up a layer of suspense that will likely pay off over the course of the first few episodes, making every interaction a potential minefield. And while the show is clearly focused on Casey, it also promises to shine a light on Tate in ways that feel meaningful rather than tokenistic. The teaser suggests that Tate will not just be a passive presence. His relationship with Casey will be central to the emotional narrative, influencing how Casey navigates both grief and duty. It's easy to see that the show is positioning this father-son bond as an emotional anchor, a reason to care deeply about what happens next. Meanwhile, the teaser teases the arrival of new characters that will undoubtedly play pivotal roles in episode 1. One sequence hints at a mysterious figure extending an offer that could change everything for Casey. It's the kind of moment that feels like it carries long-term implications, signaling that episode 1 won't just be an introduction, it will set the tone for the entire series. The way the teaser handles suspense is masterful, using silence, pacing, and selective reveals to make viewers hang on every second. Even small details, a lingering shot on a door, a shadow in a hallway, or Casey's pensive expression are loaded with meaning, making fans analyze and re-watch just to catch every clue. There's also the subtle use of nostalgia mixed with forward momentum. References to Yellowstone are there, but they are carefully measured, ensuring that Marshals stands on its own while still rewarding longtime fans. It's a delicate balance, and the teaser demonstrates that the creators are aware of how crucial this is to audience engagement. The emotional resonance of Casey's grief is interwoven with the teaser's pulse-pounding moments, creating a roller coaster that keeps viewers simultaneously anxious, excited, and invested. And just when you think the teaser might be easing off, it tightens the tension again, reminding us that the life of a Marshal is never calm, and Casey's personal journey is inseparable from the dangers he faces professionally. By the time the teaser ends, you're left with a sense of urgency. The first episode is not just a beginning, it's a plunge into a world where every decision could be life-changing, every relationship tested, and every emotional wound exposed. The combination of action, suspense, and heartbreak ensures that episode 1 will immediately demand attention, making fans eager not just to watch, but to dissect every moment, every expression, and every hint of what's coming next. The trailer doesn't just promise a story, it promises an experience that is thrilling, heart-wrenching, and impossible to ignore. As the teaser closes, what hits hardest is the sense that nothing in Casey's life will ever be the same again. Marshals is not just a spinoff. It's a story about a man who has survived unimaginable loss, who carries the weight of past battles, and who is now stepping into a world where every decision can mean life or death, not just for him, but for everyone around him. The teaser leaves hints of dangers lurking on all sides, mysterious figures, morally ambiguous allies, and threats that could strike without warning. Every frame seems to suggest that episode 1 will immediately plunge viewers into tension, action, and heartbreak, making it impossible to look away. What's striking is the way the teaser balances emotional depth with pulse-pounding stakes. Casey's grief over Monica, his responsibilities as a father to Tate, and his struggle to redefine himself as a U.S. Marshal all intersect with moments of suspense and danger, creating a narrative that feels alive, urgent, and unpredictable. The show promises to explore not just external threats, but the internal battles that Casey must face, grief, guilt, and the heavy moral choices that come with being the last